Well, good evening and welcome back, National Soccer League fans, to this broadcast on our network here between these two teams, the Bloomington Hydra and the Chicago Pink Nightmare, in a battle of the Midwest. And they are taking to the field now in the setting sun here. Beautiful summer evening, and the fans have turned out in droves. Despite a disappointing season for the Hydra here, the home crowd have showed out. Pink Nightmare visiting fans will surely be in numbers as well after the impressive turnaround they showed last season. After being dead last in the league through the opening 8 weeks, they stormed their way back to a playoff position to the chagrin of the Hydra here, who helped them actually get in by beating the Wyvern Riders on the final day. So let's get a look now at the starting lineups for the home side. A couple big changes, a notable omission. It is Cesar Ballon who has left to the Washington, D.C. Minutemen. Yuri Petrovil has been brought in from the Orcas to replace him. The back line has seen some wholesale changes. Two new faces, Richard Sinclair from the Revenants and Mario Bellotti from the Green Galaxy, trying to shore up that defense that was the Achilles heel of this team last year. The second most goals conceded out of any team in the league, despite having a top 5 scoring offense. So trying to shore up that back line and keep things churning as usual up front with Ibrahim Aslan and co. Now for the Pink Nightmare, big change. Jonas Thorirson brought in from the Manticores, and another high-profile swap between those two teams, and he takes the place of Sean Colton, who was cast out of favor at the end of last season, relegated to a role on the bench, and has left for greener pastures with the Silverbacks. Other than that, no changes. David, who cemented and supplanted Colton as a starter last season, remains in a center forward role behind the newly signed Jonas Thorirson on your screen there, with the wing players being Nasser Boytens, who was a key cog in the turnaround for this team in their massive winning streak on route to storming into the playoffs. Have to see if they can continue any of the momentum from last season. To see how Jonas Thorirson gets on as the main man again. He was, of course, playing that role for the Manticores until the shock addition of Dante Pop-Diouf. So back in the limelight. He's on the ball here with Davi in support. Pink Nightmare and Hydra kicking off here in Bloomington. Here's Thorirson. First involvement is getting Nasser Boytens on the ball out wide. There goes Boytens showing his quick pace. He's won a corner off Sinclair. Good start for the visiting team right in front of their home crowd, or their traveling fans, I should say. Nasser Boytens over this corner with Laurent Cartier, who had some injury problems last season. Oh, it's a clever idea, but Sinclair read it all the way through, and now here goes Richard Sinclair, who has been crying out for a starting opportunity as Petrovil lops one forward. It's a good ball. Aslan gets there. Oh my goodness, he's down. Okay, seems like he's all right. He was being a little dramatic, but that was a clattering challenge. Hydra on the front foot still here with Petrovil. Nice ball for Aslan. Petrovil's in. Yuri Petrovil behind him. Petrovil, bit of skill. Oh, wow. What a goal that would have been. The scoop and score attempt, but blocked and then saved by Ben Lahr. Chances flying in for the Hydra early here. Again, they were a free scoring team last season. Here goes Davi. He's got the run of Thorirson, but chose the wrong option there. Trying to force it into Boytens instead, with Thorirson streaking freely through the middle of the field. Looked him off. Here's Pop-Diouf. Hydra in possession again with Kaminsky. Looping ball to Petrovil, who's been very active in his first 10 minutes here as a Hydra player. Because again, he's been booked for a free kick here. A bit of a surprise that the Orcas were willing to part with him so easily. One of the younger, exciting players at the club. Such a worrying precedent as maybe a feeder club for that team out there in Oregon. It's been lively here, though. Whoa, maybe a little too lively. Someone needs to do a substance check on him after the game. He looks a little wired up from what I could see down here. And the Pink Nightmare have the ball back, so opening flurries and frenzies settling in. Still 0-0, but chances at both ends. See, of course, it is a divisional rivalry. The Wyvern Riders were defeated earlier in the match or season opener to the Thunderbirds. Comprehensive 3-1 loss. So the division, granted it's only week 1, is there for the taking for one of these two teams. Whoever wins it, regardless of how they win, will control the division for now. Here goes Kilian Koenig, able to get a cross in towards Thorirson, and McCulley just did enough to shank it away. Here goes Aslan. Petrovil making the run ahead of him, and there goes Petrovil. Quick change of pace, he's left. Drago Kreiner in the dust. Petrovil, skips away from him. Brilliant feet. It's in towards America. The flicked on header is into the arms of Van Laar, but exciting play from Petrovil down that left flank so far. Thorirson wins the knockdown header well, and given away badly by Cartier. Here's Kaminsky. America. Kaminsky has time, and Van Geneschen gets across and shuts the door. to prevent the free chance. Davi, Cartier still not really finding his passing range. A couple of misplaced balls. And the home fans giving him a few ironic cheers for those giveaways in succession. Bellotti. Wow, what a pass that is from Mario Bellotti. Oh, Petroville, lovely skip away. Is this the opening goal? Maybe for the Hydra. That slants straight to the arms of Van Laar. The pressure is building, though. The home side knocking on the door. Pink Nightmare are on the ropes right now. Van Laar doing enough to keep them in it. As Craner sends long Elder Toure, a rare run forward for him. Really do hear options in the middle to cut it back to if he wants. For David, nice knock on to Voigtens. Runners in the middle, including Thureersen, but it's ahead of him. Cartier has it. Sorts his feet for Conchicao. To the byline he goes. Miguel Conchicao, blocked by Richards, but able to keep it. And second time of asking, he gave it away. Richards able to clear his lines. David wins the header. Thureersen circling and looking for an option. Here he is again. Trying to feed it in. Blocked. Just touch away from the defender. Here's Toure. Voigtens a little bit isolated, trying to run. That's Sinclair. We put him under some real pressure here, but he did well to keep it in, the defender. America couldn't get over the large frame of Conchicao. Here's Cartier to Thureersen. Oh, clever ball. David, what a save! That would have been a lovely goal. But the link-up play from David and Thureersen looks scintillating already. Look at this cheeky little flick here. Opens up the Red Sea. David probably has time to take another touch, but wanting to take the chance before it goes. Wins a corner for the Pink Nightmare. Back and forth game now. Still level as it stands. 25 minutes in, Voigtens with the corner. Flat delivery, doesn't get past the first man. Disappointing. Here is Van Gnetschen on the edge of the box, though, for David. Trying to work his bag of tricks here. Thureersen returns it. David off McCulley. It's another corner. Again, the link-up play between those two center forwards has been exciting to watch. Look at that save here. The best chance of the match for the Nightmares so far. Required stopping from the German keeper. Voigtens going short this time to Cartier like they did the first time. Scooped up into the area, good ball, but no one really attacking it for the Pink Nightmares. A decent delivery. Oh, but Harris, bit of a miscue there. Now Kaminsky's away. Aslan has a 1v3 to work out, but he's found Petroville, who is just full of running down this left-hand side. Here he goes again. Petroville, not afraid to take on defenders. Thomas, top doof, scooped in, and Van Laar able to collect it. He would have needed an inch-perfect pass there. Lotti, calming presence at the back for the Hydra. Oh, here's Kaminsky. Surely a chance. Working the angle off the post. Petroville! A goal on his debut for Yuri Petroville. Puts the Hydra into the lead. Kaminsky shot rattling off the post. And Petroville pounces to put it in from close range. Again, the pressure had been coming. Van Laar does well to keep that out, but just all about a matter of reaction time and speed, and Petroville in the right place to round off the opening goal for the Hydra. Endearing himself to his new set of fans here. His first goal for the club has come 30 minutes into his debut. Wouldn't have been the odds-on favorite as far as new signings go. I think the bookies would have had Jonas Thureersen taking the most likely chance for that, but so far, no shots on target for Thureersen. Not really had a whole lot of chances. A couple of exciting passes to David. Oh! Petroville clatters into Van Gnetschen. Or Craner, rather. Pardon me, keep confusing those two. Here comes Thureersen to David. Back to Thureersen, back to David. This is excellent play. Oh, what a save! Well, Thureersen has turned into a playmaker with his new Pink Nightmare club, it seems. Just feeding David again and again. And this is a great effort. What an excellent stop from Himmel to react that quickly. Another corner for the Pink Nightmare. They've yet to really make anything pay. Cartier short again and again. Not really anything too inspiring. Trying to mix it up, but it's not really led to any end product. Now McCulley in a foot race here being chased. Himmel just has to play it out. Richardson really well to get back and keep that from being a throw-in. Oh, but he gave it away cheaply. Thureersen nods on for David. He's back in the middle. David! Jonas Thureersen on debut! Right down the throat of Gabriel Himmel. And an easy save. The touch just got away from him, it seemed. He hesitated a little bit. Addy Thomas now. Hydra going the other way, trying to get forward. Kaminsky. America backed into Conchicao, but it's going to be a throw-in for the Hydra. Here is Richards. Under 10 minutes left in the first half as Pop Duke is dispossessed. Davi for Thurston, whose hold-up play has been solid so far. Need a little bit more of him trying to get shots on target. It's a nice ball for Killian Koenig. They could use some inspiration from him as here he goes. Trying to get this ball to settle down. Looking for a penalty, maybe flicked in. Velotti away. He's had a good game so far on his debut. America now with the Hydra. Space and time to drive inside for Pop Duke. America takes it out wide again. Runner in the middle is Pop Duke. Here is Helmer Pop Duke trying to edge it on, but Van Genechten did well to hold the line there. Davi wins another header. Boyton's into Cartier. A couple runners through the middle. Koenig has it back. Cartier looking for Thurston, threads it in. Back to Elder Toure. Boyton's didn't come off, but it's bounced kindly for Cartier. Davi. Thurston, not really much chance, but he's done well there. Thurston, great save from Himmel. Boyton's to put it in. Davi, showing the equalizer. Davi, he's done it again. 1-1, another pinball calamity goal at the back. I have to say, it has been coming. Both sides deserve to be on the score sheet here, and a fluky feel to this one, but it's in the back of the net, and Davi picks up right where he left off with his red-hot form from last season. Nasser Boytens as well gets the assist on this one, and Davi, who's had 2 chances, third time is the charm, strikes to get the Pink Nightmare level away from home. It's 1-1 here on the stroke of halftime. Davi and Boytens were instrumental in the turnaround of this team last season, and it looks like they're ready for gearing up for more of the same here. Hydra nearly making it through that first half with a clean sheet, but spoiled. As Cartier comes in there. Referee says cleanly, but it's going to be the end of the half either way, so a great time for the Pink Nightmare to score and get level. Hydra, good first half performance, but an unfortunate way to end it, as we will go to the break level. Right back with the second 45 here on the National Soccer League Network in just a few. Welcome back, National Soccer League fans. It is a 1-1 draw at the moment. Etienne Delacroix appears to have come on for Matty Thomas. Or rather, it's Elmer Pop Duke he's come on for. So, let's see how that impacts the midfield of the Hydra. The only change of the match so far. America nearly picks it up, but it's a goal kick for the Pink Nightmare. So, positive signs for both these teams who started very slow last season. Look at the goal here that drew the Pink Nightmare level. It was Davi. No surprises there. And Voigtens to tee it up. As for the Hydra, a bit of a news story. Yuri Petrovil, the new signing, their only new signing in the offensive regard on the score sheet for them, had a lively debut on that left wing in the first half to see if he can continue that momentum into the second here. Got a feeling there might be more goals here in the second half as these teams continue to figure out and feel each other out in this one. Davi, so often the spark plug for this team as Van Genechten, a peculiar pass there, and it's going to be a costly giveaway as Kaminski's in. Thomas, Aslan ran into traffic, and Gabriel Harris shuts the door well. Now Davi on the turn. Cuts back to Voigtens, and he had it picked off by Sinclair. Sinclair and Velotti have been very useful for the Hydra back line. Here's Kaminski, nudging it on for America, and Harris in the way again. Delacroix, another interception. He's had an impact. Here's Petrovil. Aslan, blocked by Craner. The Hydra having a lot of the ball and a lot of chances, but the shots have all been blocked. Velotti wins another ball on the halfway line. Here goes to Petrovil, who's been a live wire in this first half. Aslan backs into the defender. Petrovil scoops it into the back post. Should be Van Laar's ball, and it is. Send it long again, but yes, it's Belotti. There he is. He is everywhere at the moment, Mario Belotti. What a signing he's been. Delacroix. Kaminski just behind the return ball, and now Davi can carry away. Thurston trying to run ahead of him. Goes wide to Koenig. Trying to slow it down, and, well, we're trying to slow it down, and there goes the long ball and given away. Richards has it for the Hydra. Now he's going to launch from forward. He's kicked it straight out of bounds. Got a substitution now to freshen things up. It is going to be Cadero Moylan's making way, a second-round selection for the Hydra. Brother Vidaro Moylan's on the Banshees. He's a Swiss Army knife of a player, plays left back right now, but he can play right wing, center mid, all over the field, and he's in today in place of the new free agent signing Richard Sinclair, who had a solid debut at left back. Have to see what Moylan's can offer, maybe a little bit more creativity and pace going forward. Here is Aslan trying to flick it on, but Craner well positioned to deal with that. Here is Nasser Voigtens, who might want to have a run at this unproven rookie in Cadero Moylan's. Here is Thorierson. And not on the same page there as Voigtens, and that one's given away to Petroville. And it goes, but Elder Toure doing what he does, mopping up in the midfield. David, tight area. Delacroix has been a real ball hawk in this second half since coming on. Ameriqua, can he find a pass? Delacroix trying to thread that through, and Craner. Both teams looking like they're maybe feeling a little desperate in front of goal, a little bit panicky. Need to just try to be patient with the ball. Craner spins away from Petroville. Showed too much of it to Moylan's, though. The rookie on his debut making an interception. Thomas, good scale to get away from Cartier. Matty Thomas into the area. Kaminsky blocked by Harris again. Defense is holding firm at the moment for both sides. David to Thorierson. Has it returned? Can he find the reverse ball? Defenders got back in a hurry. Here's Thorierson. Good link-up play with David again. Encouraging Harris and the defense to step forward for the Pink Nightmare. Here goes Cartier's passing has been certainly called into question today, and it's not been one of his best. Thomas looping one long for Ameriqua. It's a lovely ball from Matty Thomas. Ameriqua drills it in. Oh, it's spilled! Van Laar with a howler. Not sure if it'll go down as an own goal or an Ameriqua finish. He won't care. He's found the back of the net one way or the other. And Van Laar, who was so rock solid all last season with a out-of-character error here, just spills this one off his own. I think it might be an own goal, you know. This angle will show us a lot more. He kind of trips, I think, and then, bounces off his head. Let's see what the unofficial ruling is for now as Aslan departs the field for Mohamed Guneo. Interesting change here. A late addition from the Silverbacks for the Hydra. It is given as an own goal on Van Laar for the time being. We'll have to see after official post-match replay review if that stands. I'm sure America would like for it to be his goal, but we'll have to see. So the Hydra lead again here through another bizarre goal. Have not been the cleanest of finishes today by any means. Here's Cadero Moylan's. Delacroix just feeds it through for Bellotti. Not the most comfortable on the ball, but doing well enough there. Thomas to Petroville. Nice ball. Kaminsky cuts it back. Then Ganeshan, it's bobbling around in there. It's strange. It's really, really nearly in for a third. Better ball from Cartier that time, and Voigtens has it to David. David sprinting away. He's away from Bellotti. Can he recover? David in behind the line. David! What a finish from David! It is absolutely electric. The Magic Man does it again. Just when you thought the Pink Nightmare were down and out, they go inches away from conceding and go all the way at the other end. Bellotti caught out by the pace and the sheer persistence of David Meli Oliveira. What a goal. He has picked this team up off the ground, not once, but twice. What a finish. And we're level here again. It feels hard done if you're a Hydra fan. Oh, the pressure in this half. I think it's the first shot of the entire half of the Pink Nightmare, and it's a goal. Wow. Where do we go from here? 73 minutes played. It's level again. Here goes Mohamed Gunail, who might be a new man unleashed. Showed some flashes of his old bygone potential in a preseason friendly. Petroville has gone in on Craner, not for the first time. Those two having words. And there will be a free kick. Oh, still continuing to chat after the play is over. Might have another change cooked up for one of these two squads now as we await this free kick. Referee's going to let it play short, though, instead. Here's Craner. 15 minutes to go. Still level. David has equalized twice for the Pink Nightmare. This is better. Can they turn it all the way around here? And they've yet to lead in this game, the Pink Nightmare. Game is crying out for a hero. Maybe Jonas Thorierson can step up. Here he is on the ball, and he just lost the touch there. Bellotti drives it forward. Nice pass. Delacroix going to loft one forward. That's a nice ball for Petroville. Some time on the ball on the wing. Petroville dancing, darting down the wing again. Here he goes. Yuri Petroville. Toure crunching tackle and wins it back for the Pink Nightmare. That is what he is in the team to do. Craner in a bit of a spot of bother there, and that could be costly because here comes Jordan Richards down the lane with Matty Thomas around the back door, and Conchacao composed and collected defending to snuff out the chance. I think I'm playing with fire a bit back here, and dearie me, that's bad. That could be costly with Kaminsky. Blocked by Harris again. How many of those have we seen today? He does it again. Here's the Rierson. Chopped back for Cartier. David thinking about the hat trick. Rierson. And encourage Voigtens to join the attack, and he's got it. Moylan's couldn't get there. For Rierson. Trying to turn the corner. Driven in for Cartier, but McCauley got a block in, and it will be Hydra ball, but Koenig, good step. Read the pass all the way from Himmel. Distribution error. Harris bumps it forward for David. Nice turn from David. Just couldn't quite get it sorted out. Guinale, there's space on the far side. Can he find him? Goes inside to Petroville on the opposite flank instead. 5 minutes to play. Here goes Petroville, who opened the scoring. He's in behind here. Petroville cleared away by Harris. Excellent defending again to prevent the match-winning goal. Moylan's. Delacroix off Cartier. It's going to be a handball and a free kick for the Hydra in a real threatening position here. Clock winding down. 87 minutes played. Deadlocked, as we have been for a large portion of the game. Petroville, the new signing for the Hydra, stands over this ball. It's a nice little option here. They can choose to cross or shoot, depending on what they think works best. Going to have a substitution first to think things over, as Nico's coming on for Laurent Cartier. Not been a great performance from the rookie, who struggled to find form despite being drafted 8th overall last season. High expectations on him. Nico, again, relegated to the bench. Have to see if he can provide a spark. Petroville stands over this with Ameriqua, and Kaminsky waiting in the wings as well. Petroville leaves it. Ameriqua to Kaminsky. It's a nice routine. Kaminsky through traffic, and Ben Lahr saw it late and pushed behind for a corner. The classic FIFA 15 free kick strat here nearly pays off. Splits the wall, and Petroville does well to screen it. A corner now for the Hydra in front of their home crowd. This would raise the roof here in the Monroe Menagerie. Petroville to take. Big targets in there to aim at. It's in towards Kaminsky, away by Rierson. Good defensive work from him. David holds it up. And Harris giving a lot of freedom to Conchacao on the wing here, and he's going on. Here goes Conchacao. Koenig trying to run with him. Everyone breaking forward. 5 getting in for the Pink Nightmare. Drilled in. Richards! Koenig! Oh my goodness! Another strange goal, but Killian Koenig puts the Pink Nightmare into the lead for the first time in stoppage time of the second half, and the Hydra don't know what to do with that one. At a loss, and it looks like this is going to be a loss despite leading or being level for the entire game. It's just so unfortunate. Richards has to play this ball. He has to get something on it, and it just bounces so favorably for Koenig, who is there to dispatch. It's been a strange game, full of strange goals. Maybe the strangest of the bunch, but he won't care. Killian Koenig has what looks to be the match winner here in the opening day for the Pink Nightmare. What a microcosm of their season last year in this game. Started rough, didn't get much better, but they keep fighting, keep working, and they've got the result in the bag now here. Of course, we still got time for a last-second heroics. Petroville wins a free kick. It's not all over just yet, but they've got to get this ball into the box. Try to make something happen quickly. 90 seconds and change of the 90 minutes remaining. Kaminsky stands over this deep free kick near the substitutes bench. Need a good delivery here. Got targets to aim at. It's a flat ball to the back post. Creeping in. It was a decent delivery, but nobody really attacking for the Hydra. Lamar going to take his time and then just lop it forward. And Rierson wins another knockdown header. That might just be that. Pink Nightmare can... Oh, there's been a bit of a contentious late tackle here. Elder Toure, frustration boiling over as he is hacked down. Might be a bit of admonishment here. Ameriqua is going to be sent off. It's a red card. It's all gone awry here in the final stages. They concede late, and then Ameriqua loses the plot here. Oh, it's an absolutely abhorrent tackle, and rightly punished by the referee. He's been sent off, and he'll miss the next match as well. A needless foul with the game already decided. No need to do that. from bad to worse for the Hydra, which again, we talked about the Pink Nightmare, a microcosm of their season. This is how the Hydra went. In control, in the lead, and then it all fell apart at the end of the season, and it's happened again here. A horrible feeling, a sinking feeling for the Hydra faithful here in Indiana as the Pink Nightmare stun their squad to come all the way back from a goal down 2 times to win 3-2 at the end of the day. Davi was electric once again, and Killian Konis grabs the winner. But Davi, undeniably man of the match for his 2-goal performance. Pink Nightmare showing great resolve. Hydra back to the drawing board, and we'll have to see how these teams respond moving forward. That's going to be our concluded coverage for this one today. We'll be right back with a few more matches as we round into our evening fixtures on the National Soccer League Network. Highlights from this one for now. We'll see you all in a little while.